Now, a new nationwide poll suggests the Teal independent push is falling short of its target at the moment, just not in Kooyong. Gabriella Power is in the electorate of Wentworth in Sydney's east. A very different story for Dave Sharma to what we're seeing the Treasurer Josh Frydenberg face. Polling shows that Liberal incumbent Dave Sharma's fight to hold his seat might just be working.
It does, Laura. The new poll today would bring some relief to Liberal MP Dave Sharma, as he is at risk of losing the seat of Wentworth to independent candidate Allegra Spender. The YouGov poll commissioned by News Corp shows that Dave Sharma's primary vote is at 48% compared to Allegra Spender's 26%. So this means that Dave Sharma would be able to retain his seat. As you say, it is a different story in Victoria, though. The poll shows that Josh Frydenberg would lose his seat of Kooyong to independent candidate Dr Monique Ryan, and Liberal MP Tim Wilson would also lose Goldstein to Zoe Daniels. Now, here in Bondi Junction, both Allegra Spender and Dave Sharma are on the ground. They're speaking to voters as some head in to cast their vote early. I caught up with independent candidate Allegra Spender and asked her about the news poll and what it means for her, and also, has Malcolm Turnbull's comments, have they helped her campaign?
It's been a great morning so far. Lots of early voters, and we've seen a huge amount turn out in the last 2 days.
Do you think his comments will make a difference with the outcome of Wentworth?
Look, I think he's a very well-respected person in Wentworth, and so, I'm sure people will listen to him, but I think they ultimately will make up their own minds.
Wentworth is Liberal held by a slim margin of 1.3%. I also caught up with Liberal MP Dave Sharma, asked him how he's feeling about the campaign and also why the Prime Minister hasn't been campaigning here in Wentworth.
Prime Minister would always be welcome here in Wentworth. In fact, I had a chat to his mum here yesterday because she lives here. But I'm also conscious he's got 151 seats to campaign across, potentially, and he needs to go where the campaigners say that he can have the most impact. I think voters here know that putting more independence in Parliament is going to be a recipe for paralysis and uncertainty and quagmire, when it's exactly what we don't need at a federal government level. We need a government that can get on with tackling the tough national challenges that Australia faces.
Laura, constituents are voting early. AEC has released data that shows that in the last 2 days there has been more people pre-polling than they did in the whole first week of the 2016 election. So far, more than 650,000 people have already voted, and the AEC has received more than 2 million applications for postal votes, Laura.
Yeah, it's going to make for a very long election night, I think. Gab, thanks so much. We'll speak to you soon.